Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. We are about to emulate God of War 3 on our Android device using the RPCS3 emulator, and oh my god guys, it actually works. Hey, what's up guys, it's Aptrix here. Finally we'll be testing out some PS3 titles on the RPCS3 emulator on Android using the Windows emulator known as DarkOS. So right here you will be able to see I have loaded some of the most popular PS3 titles on my Android device inside the latest build of RPCS3 emulator. So we got games like FIFA 11, God of War 3, Heavy Rain, Mafia 2, Just Cause 2, Iron Man, Sonic CD and much more. And if you haven't watched the video of RPCS3 setup on Android, then be sure to check it out on the iCard above. So before starting, if you guys are new here, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications as I upload similar videos on my channel, and comment down below which games more should I test out in this version of RPCS3 emulator. And right here are the configuration that I am using for DarkOS emulator. So just go ahead and open DarkOS configuration and select dynamic preset as performance, and that's about it. Now let's start by talking about the best settings for RPCS3 emulator. So to start off, we'll head on over to the CPU section, where make sure to set the recompiler SPU decoder as ASMJIT. Once that has been done, head on towards the GPU section, where renderer should be set to Vulkan. Don't use OpenGL, just keep it at Vulkan. Make sure to set the accuracy level to approximate, so you get fast accuracy level. Shader quality should be low, and once that has been done, just go ahead and make sure to turn on VSync mode. In terms of shader mode, it should be asynchronous multi-threaded. Once that has been set, just go ahead and double tap on the apply button, and you will also be able to decrease the resolution scale if you want better performance, but I'll talk more about that later on in this video. Once that has been done, just go to the audio section and make sure to turn off audio output to get better gameplay experience and possibly even more FPS. Make sure to disable the accurate DFMA option. Once that has been done, towards the unlimited option, just go ahead and select 4 as the maximum number of SPURS threads. Afterwards, just go ahead and tap on the apply button once again and save your settings. Okay guys, now we are all set to trying out some PS3 games on our Android devices. After applying the best settings, let's try out our first game, which is going to be Sonic CD Trial, which is a basic PS3 game. It should work, so let's see how well does it actually work. There we go. After compiling the PPU models etc. in RPCS3 emulator, you'll be able to see that we are getting straight up 60 FPS, and I am using an custom input bridge profile with PS3 on-screen touch controls. To be honest guys, I can't believe the day is finally here. I am actually emulating a PS3 game on my Android device, which is supposed to be completely impossible. It shouldn't work, and yet here we are running an PS3 emulator made for PC and emulating an actual Windows PC with an PC emulator on Android. So yeah, lot of emulation layers are going, and still we are getting amazing FPS with no graphical issues, straight up 60 FPS. But moving forward, the game emulations are going to get much harder. So I hope you guys watch this video till the end. Filming this video alone took more than 10 hours, so I would appreciate if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe, turn on all notification. With that being said, let's close Sonic Mania and move towards something more graphical intensive, which is going to be Just Cause 2, one of the best PS3 games ever made. And let me tell you guys about one thing. Once you open any game in RPCS3 emulator, it automatically starts compiling PPU models, and only after that the games will boot. And this PPU model compilation, if you have tried it out before on an Android device, then it literally takes hours and hours of waiting. So testing out these games is not easy at all. But there we go, Just Cause 2 has successfully started on the RPCS3 emulator. But I had to bring bad news. Unfortunately, this game just freezes at its title screen. You will be able to see at the top left corner in the FPS bar, it's quite literally stuck. So let's move on towards our next game, which is going to be Iron Man demo. Everyone who ever watched a Marvel movie as a kid knows how cool Iron Man games actually are. When I was a kid, I used to play Iron Man games every day on my Nokia phone. Nonetheless, to see if RPCS3 emulator is capable of running the PS3 version of Iron Man demo on our Android devices, that is something special. The game actually boots, to be honest, but there are some graphical issues which I am noticing, and it takes a lot of time to load because the FPS that we are getting is very bad. The game is stuttering, and I had to speed up this clip by 5 times. And even after I waited for 5 to 10 minutes during the loading screen, the loading appeared to be stuck, and the FPS bar was also not moving. So there is only one option, and that is to skip this game and try out our next game, which is going to be Heavy Rain demo. Now if you don't know about Heavy Rain, then let me tell you that it is one of the best storyline PS3 games ever created. It has won lot of awards, and you should watch its let's play if you haven't played it before. But I have played this game, it was one of the best games ever. Unfortunately though, it does not work on the RPCS3 emulator Android. Again, I had to fast forward the clips. I waited for around 5 minutes, but it was stuck at Sony Computer Entertainment. So disappointingly and truthfully, this game does not work as well. So let's move on towards our final game that we'll be testing out in our today's video, which is going to be God of War E3 demo. And after launching this game, I did not expect it to boot at all, but nonetheless it surprised me. God of War E3 demo actually booted, and once again the clip that you are seeing has been fast forwarded by 3 times. The loading screen literally took lot of time. Let me explain. The God of War symbol which is moving around, I had to wait for around 5 to 10 minutes, and if you check the FPS that we are getting at the top left corner, it is very horrendous. Just take a look at it. We are getting 4 to 5 FPS and even 2 to 4 FPS sometimes. But nonetheless, all of this waiting indeed paid off, because God of War actually started on our RPCS3 emulator. So we get the start demo option. After waiting for another 2 to 3 minutes, I tapped on the X button and you will be able to see we are getting 1 to 2 FPS while emulating this game, and this clip hasn't been fast forwarded. So just take a look at how long it takes just for a screen to move around, and unfortunately the FPS goes back up to 25, which means that the game has frozen. We are no longer seeing any cutscene, and in God of War E3 demo the battle actually directly starts without any cutscene from God of War 3. But unfortunately the game has frozen during this splash screen. So no, God of War 3 isn't completely playable, but I was very surprised. I know there are a lot more best settings to apply and games to test out in future. So be sure to comment down below which game should I test out next. That's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.